Japan, land of the rising sun, anime, and getting fucked by an octopus. If you only knew one of those things and it was the last one, you need to get Jesus back into your life. That and a lobotomy. We went to the mouse's house in Tokyo, had hide beef and raw eggs in Takayama, before appropriating the culture in yudanaka, all before going back for some Tokyo drifting. We have some thoughts. Let's start off with Tokyo, the capital city of Japan and the largest city in the world. 4 times the population size of New York City and 7 times of the whole New Zealand, our entire country. 7. Now, I grew up in a small town in South Africa, the kind of town that had I not been a boy, I would have had very little to play with. Still have very little to play with. In Tokyo, that's not the case. It's such a big city and there is so much going on all the time. Do you want live music that's actually good and free just on the side of the road? Done. You're walking through Tokyo and you think, oh, what would it be like to live here? What would it be like to have a dog and feel like a little family in this massive city? You can rent a dog. We did that. It was a lot of fun. Go. Yeah. I hate to carry the dog. That's essentially what happened. That was a lot of fun. Both of us are breathing the exact time. Makes me worry about my health. Oh my god. Why would I walk if I can get carried? I love how perfect that was. Is it hard being carried? Do you want to walk down the beautiful streets of Tokyo all while being accosted with girls holding up signs saying the bar is full of women just waiting for you? Done, you can do that. They're everywhere. Are you like me, still waiting for your Hogwarts letter? You can go on the Harry Potter studio tour and live your most magical life through all 8 of the movies. Janelle had to sit through this. Yeah, it was like 7 hours of me just... She is a lucky woman. God, Leviosa. You need something more? You ride a go-kart through the streets of Tokyo and around Tokyo Tower? Done. Talking about Tokyo, there is a Disneyland in Tokyo and there is Disney Sea, and we're not going to talk about that now because that takes its own whole other video. It's considered by many Disney adults the best Disney theme park in the world. You know, Disney adults, those grown-ups that you definitely want to trust with your kids. Is that a bit much? I feel like that's a little bullying almost.
I think it's accurate.
Disney adults, those people that do things that children commonly do. Bad.
Like us.
You know, Disney adults, you know, the people that buy merch at these places and wear them out unironically in their every day-to-day lives. Now, an iconic symbol of Japan is the onsens. We went to more rural parts of Japan, took the train to Yudanaka and went to the very last stop. Got off there in a town where there were little onsens dotted around all over the town. Now, what an onsen is, it's a public bath house. One thing everyone seems to be very tight-lipped about is, yes, they're public, they're also completely nude. Full birthday suit vibes. Janelle, traumatized. Myself, I went to a boys' boarding school. Shame has left my body years ago. We used to have to line up and wait for the showers without shower curtains on, by the way. So you're sitting there staring at the showers and showering while people are staring at you. So dead inside. Regardless, these are public baths. So it's you in there completely nude with a bunch of other people. Not to brag, but I did get a little nickname in these bathhouses from the other men. Zenin. Yeah, I know. I'm cool. I don't know what it means, but you could tell they were impressed. They were all saying it and they were all looking right at me, so. Moving on from baths, we're going into booty now. So we're going to talk about Japanese public toilets, or just toilets in general. Now, the toilets in Japan are much different from what we've seen in the Philippines, or here in New Zealand, or definitely, in fact, in South Africa, where it's an outhouse, where you're constantly worried about a snake coming up and biting you right in the... Some of the public toilets in Japan have put to shame some of the houses I've been in. I'm talking full-blown sci-fi Star Trek toilets here. Toilets that shoot the most aggressive and loving stream of water right at your anus. I'm only getting started with this, by the way. These are full-on sci-fi Star Trek type toilets. You can adjust the pressure of the water. It'll give you the gentlest, summer rain kiss on your rear, or the most aggressive prostate puncturing stream. You can choose the temperature. You want it icy cold, you want it boiling hot. You do you, boo. You can even aim where the water hits. You can adjust the angles so I can hit it dead center in the eye. I mean, right in the bull's eye. I mean, it'll hit where you want it to hit. That's not enough for you, your majesty. Some of them play music. They have a privacy button that'll play like running water or forest noises or just white noise, which is not just a middle-aged white woman complaining in a Starbucks.
I'm so freaking pissed.
Personally, I need Metallica, because some of the stuff I've done in there, I can see I scarred a few people. In Japan, they also still provide toilet paper for you gargoyles living amongst us that haven't embraced the way of the water yet. So you're done, you're taken care of, okay? This might be one of the main reasons I go back and why maybe some of us are looking at houses there at the moment.
How tidy.
Oh, I'm excited for them buttons.
What is that?
Oh, it's in case you just... No, it's a clothesline.
Oh, cool.
On to how to get around Japan. Japan is known for having one of the most sophisticated public transport systems in the world. That all begins with the trains. These trains are deceptively on time. And I say that because, again, I grew up in the bush where if a train showed up, we would lose our minds. Neighbors who would constantly chase wild animals out of their pools. I had to chase warthogs off the school rugby field. So if a train showed up, we would burn the conductor like a witch. That is incredibly overwhelming in Japan, where they are there every time on time. We got to the terminal, saw a train there, ran on because, oh, our train's at 2:30. There's a train there at 2:25. And halfway to Osaka, we realized we were on the wrong train because that was the 2:26 train, not the 2:30 train. And because they will be there. If it says it leaves at 2:33, it's leaving at 2:33. It's actually quite an easy public transport system to navigate. Eventually, you're gonna get lost a few times. It is just how it happens. Otherwise, very clean, very tidy, very on time. Nice.
Nice.
10.5 out of 10. Then next, buses. Again, stupidly punctual. Of course, they're a little slower, but still gets you there. Now, you need to have the exact change, unless you have a Suica card, which we didn't, because we're just give them the exact change. Otherwise, it's fast, it's efficient, it's clean, it's comfortable. Long distances, they are, of course, slower, but the cheaper option. They've got chargers, air conditioning, and snack breaks. 9 out of 10. Next, there's rickshaws. Don't really know if this is a legit form of transport, just adding this in because I saw them quite a few places. Usually, dude pulling it that looks like a GQ model. I'm not the biggest fan of getting yanked off by some dude, so 6 out of 10. Actually, you know what? If I think about how bloated I feel after all that rice, it's -3. 3 out of 10. And then, of course, we have walking. In Japan, I feel like this one is very applicable because it's known that when you go to Japan, you're gonna walk about 30 to 40,000 steps a day. In cities that big, it's not great if you have to go from Osaka to Nara, but when you have to navigate short parts of the city, because a lot of the sites are actually quite close to each other, it's really convenient. Streets are clean, the crosswalks are efficient and fast, a lot of signage everywhere, so it's easy to navigate. And personally, me and Janelle, we like going through some of the back roads, so you can kind of see how people live there. There's still like some shrines in these back passages near the houses, so there's beautiful shrines, some nice gardens, beautiful rivers we found. All in all, 7 out of 10. Another thing Japan is really known for is the politeness. Holy shit, are these people polite. Every interaction ends with a please and a thank you, and you can feel they mean it. And then the bowing. Everyone is just bowing all the time. Everyone is constantly bowing. You open the door for someone, a little bow, a little thank you. You buy something, a little bow, a little please and a thank you. The conductor coming in and out of the train carriages bows every time. The luggage handler that took our bags off the bus bowed at the bus as it was driving off. It got to the point where even Janelle had waited to get her lashes done. I was sitting there waiting as a good partner. And I saw the hairdresser and their client saying thank you to each other for it. They bowed at each other 7 times. It was just bow, bow, bow. It's amazing. I love it. It's gotten to the point where even the deer in the park will bow at you. Ah, I look like Snow White. Right. And now, speaking of food, I am shocked I am not currently a contender on my 600-pound life. Because holy shit, did I overdo it. If I say we consistently lived in a 7-Eleven, eating everything in sight, I'm not lying. It was every day. I'm talking chicken katsu sandwiches, pork katsu sandwiches, chicken mayo onigiri, salmon roe onigiri, shrimp mayo onigiri, because someone else doesn't think their partner's that allergic, so they like to tempt it. They even make little rice microwave meals that it puts restaurants we were at to shame. No, it didn't. That's a lie. It didn't. It didn't put restaurants we were at to shame. It puts restaurants here to shame. Now, when I wasn't raiding the 7-Elevens, other than the coffee, by the way, the coffee, my addiction was on full display. Other than the food at the convenience stores, the ramen. I was hunched over like a gargoyle, just shoveling food into my mouth. Just sitting there like, if you would only go there for the food, it's enough of a reason. So to kind of wrap everything all up, if you're wondering where to go in Japan, we went to these rural cities and then these 3 big cities. And I'll tell you, they have absolutely nothing in common. Maybe except for the most amazing food we've ever had and the best holiday spots we've ever been to, but the differences are so stark. So we're gonna make a whole nother video on that, comparing them, showing you different things about them. So turn on your notifications and then watch this one instead.
Yay.
Eh.
Now I want to go back to Japan.
Oh my god, can we book tickets right now? They were all looking right at me, so.
Perfect.
That felt cringy.
Move on?
Yeah.